2024 is the year you stop taking pride in being low maintenance. It's about time we stop feeling like the tag of high maintenance woman is a bad thing. You know what's high maintenance? Expensive shit. And you know what's low maintenance? Things that you know you're gonna throw away in a month anyway. You see where I'm going with this? For some time now, men have twisted and turned the term equality to serve their own purpose, to stay lazy. Every time a woman demands to be treated the way she deserves, they bring up equality. I have in fact seen so many reels where the woman will go like, you know what, I don't do 50-50 on dates, and the men will be like,
oh, I guess you wouldn't even want equal rights then.
Sir, do you hear yourself? I was bombarded with these statements from friends, family, and loved ones about how it's crazy how a woman doesn't pay on dates, when she doesn't understand her boyfriend cannot give her time. Heck, I've been the person who said this. And since I have been on both sides of the spectrum, I think I'm in a good place to tell you why the grass is greener on this side. Let me first tell you what settling can also look like, because a lot of us are so used to that we don't even realize we're settling. If you let your partner choose his friends over you in his free time, does that make you feel guilty? Does that somehow feel wrong? Do you feel like a bad girlfriend for doing that? Well, that's what years of conditioning and putting others above yourself does to you. Okay, tell me this. Have you ever missed hanging out with your friend because your boyfriend was free and you wanted to spend time with him? See? Now hear me out. If your boyfriend or partner only has one day to spare, you shouldn't even have to ask him to give you that day, or at least the majority of that day. Sure, if he really wants to hang out with his friends, he should have managed his time better. The right guy will not make you feel like it's a struggle to put you over others or that it is an offense to ask for his time. If he only wants to spend time with his friends, tell him to stay single. Second is, if you split on dates. Now hear me out. This is extremely simple and logical. If I am asking you out, I am inviting you, and therefore I will not ask you to pay. If you are inviting me, it is honestly weird that you want me to pay. No sir, you called me here, you invited me, you pay. Splitting is cool if we're friends. So if you just want to stay friends, let me know so I don't spend time on my outfit, on my makeup, on my hair, and you can forget the dessert. All this is not to say that don't be with someone who's struggling, because it's okay, not everybody comes from a stable financial background and some people have to make their way themselves, some people have it easier, some people don't. Give your man a chance, see if he's willing to struggle. So it's okay if you think that they're willing to work on themselves, observe them. But if he's not, please be aware of these people, because sometimes they fall into victim modes, they refuse to use the resources, they just want to stay in victim mode. Please be aware of these people. Third is, if your partner doesn't know your love language. Now listen, we only have so much time on this earth and even little time to actually enjoy emotions at the peak, because as we grow older we get neutral to experiences. We don't feel the height of the emotions anymore. So I shouldn't be wasting my time with somebody who doesn't let me experience the full joy of being loved. Sure, no one knows what your love language is, and this is for the ladies. If you don't tell him, don't expect him to know. If you don't tell him, he does not know, you cannot get mad at him for that. Tell him how you like to be treated, tell him what you like, tell him what your love language is, and then observe. The right guy, after knowing everything that you like, will know how to treat you, will make you feel loved. And if he doesn't, he is just not paying attention. He does not care about making you happy, and there's just no way to excuse that. Men want girlfriends, but they do not want to be boyfriends. If your boyfriend constantly makes you feel guilty, especially about money, about time, tell him you'll split the bill if he also splits your emotional baggage. Women in their own natural feminine energy, protected feminine energy, are nurturing, they're caring. Men in their masculine energy are givers, they're providers. This isn't to be mixed up with independence. Both men and women must be independent and have a life full of freedom. But if I'm with you and I'm your partner, I need to feel like I am being taken care of. I need to feel so mentally free that I can actually enter my feminine energy and be the caregiver for you. I need to completely shut my mind off and know that you'll take care of everything. And I've seen a lot of men reply to that with,
also you want a father.
Sir, I am already mothering you. Just tell me this, how many times has your boyfriend thrown his emotional baggage at you like it was nothing and you've just been there taking care of him? And how many times was that reciprocated? How many times has he made you feel heard and better when you are upset? Exactly my point. If I am spending my feminine energy on you, If I am taking care of you and giving you a safe space, you need to take care of my energy as well. Otherwise, I am not your mother to give you all my feminine energy, to hear your unending struggles of life and pat your back and tell you I'm proud of you. The more you choose to settle, the more there will be to settle for, and the more you will be taken for granted. You know why? Because for you, you are just casually giving up everything for them. You're just settling according to their timetables, according to their needs. But for them, you have nothing better to do. You have nothing better in life than being with them. Because why else would she always give in to what I want? Why would she always have time for me? She probably has nothing else going on in her life. And this thought process is the reason they lose the fear of losing you and they take you for granted. On the other hand, when a woman is high maintenance, she refuses to settle for more than she has to. Because as a wise friend once said, compromise is important in relationships, but it cannot become your second nature. And now the guy knows that he has to work to keep you, or he can lose you any day. So he gives you his all. He works on his insecurities. He works on himself without you ever having to ask him. In the end, there will be people who will love you for your standards, who will respect you for your standards, and there will be people who will feel threatened by it and who will make you feel bad about it because you have the courage to stand up for yourself that they don't have. Now, it's completely up to you if you want to hang out with the threatened people who are tired of settling in their own unhappy relationships, or if you want to be with maybe single, maybe happily married people who know their worth outside of their relationships. Now, I gotta warn you though, you are likely right now surrounded by boys who want you to be their girlfriend without ever having to treat you like their girlfriend, ever having to do the boyfriend stuff. It's not necessary, but I really would say that the chances are you will have to, and you gotta wait till the trash takes itself out. So that means you're gonna have to stay single for a while until you make space for a man who knows how to treat you right, who actually appreciates your standards. But that's okay, because this will also give you time to actually work on yourself, to be alone and know what you want in a guy, what your love language even is before you start dating others. It'll give you time to work on your red flags, on your insecurities, because you too need to work on yourself to be with the right guy. If you want to enjoy your singlehood, I would absolutely recommend you start solo dating. And if you want to know how to solo date and find your love language, I have an entire video dedicated to that, where you will know what your love language is, where you will get a gazillion ideas for solo dates, which aren't expensive, which aren't outdoors if you don't want them to be. All the best on your journey. Stay high maintenance, stay cool, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.